I'm making this video today to help our friends that are using Chromebooks navigate Zoom. There's a big difference between using a Chromebook, using a Windows laptop, or using a Apple device to access these Zoom meetings. So this video is going to talk particularly about how to use a Chromebook to access Zoom. So first, I'm already logged into Zoom. I've already entered a meeting. This particular meeting, I'm meeting with myself, just for us to practice. So in Chrome, on a Chromebook, this is the screen that you look at to begin with. Up at the top, you have the View button. This is the first important button. I can toggle between having it so the person who is speaking is up first. You can see it takes me over to the corner and whoever is speaking would be shown. I can go to gallery view where it's going to put me in the view where I can see everyone that's on the meeting. Gallery view is the view like I like to use because I like to see everyone while we're speaking. If you're trying to focus on who is talking, like when someone's presenting, then you should click on speaker view. Next, up in this corner is settings. You can click on settings. You usually won't need to use any of these settings buttons, but if you go through them, there's video settings and audio settings, accessibility, statistics, and about. You don't need to really use any of those settings. The other thing is in a Chromebook, I am in full screen view. That's how you can tell you're in full screen because you can move your mouse and then after a few seconds everything will disappear. That's called full screen view. If I want to be able to use another application, I can exit full screen view and now I can see the other applications that are open on my Chromebook. So now I can move Zoom around, I can do other things on Zoom, I can open the web browser. Now, when I open my web browser, you'll notice it looks like Zoom disappeared. Really, it's right in the toolbar. So my toolbar is on the side over here. Here's Zoom. To get back to the meeting, I just click on it. So I'll do that again. I'm going to start in full screen mode. So now I'm in full screen. You can tell it's full screen because after a few seconds, everything disappears, all the toolbars disappear. I move my cursor. I can go to exit full screen. Now Zoom is an app. Now Zoom can just be moved around. Now I can go over to my toolbar and I can go to a website. So if I want to go to Clever, I can go to Clever. To get back to the Zoom meeting, I go back to the toolbar and I click on the Zoom meeting. I'm going to go back to full screen so we can look at some more tools. The other important part on a Chromebook is down at the bottom, the toolbar at the bottom. Of course, this is how you mute yourself and unmute yourself. This is how you stop your video and start your video. Then you have the participant button. This button is super important. If I'm in full screen mode, it's on pop-up so that I can move the participant button around. If I am in not full screen mode, when I click on participants, it's going to lock itself to the edge of this app. So here's the participants. In participants, remember, is where my raise hand button is. It's also where yes and no and other buttons you could use. If you go to more, there's actually a thumbs up, thumbs down button and clap button over here also. So remember, all of these, when you put them up, you have to click it again to put it down. So once you're done using it, you can click it to put it down. Really important. The next button is the chat button. If participants is open, it's going to put chat right underneath participants. Right here is the chat button. So now I can type things in and press enter. So on the Chromebook, you have to type it in, then press enter on the keyboard, and it will send my message to everyone. That's the chat function. I can get rid of it by clicking it. I can put the participants away by clicking it. You won't ever have to record the screen. That is for me so that I can record the screen. So you don't need to use that button. And the last button over here is to leave the meeting at the end of the meeting. You'd use that button. I'm going to go back to full screen mode. Also, if I'm in full screen mode, I can click participants. Again, I can move that around. I can use the buttons, the hands if I need to, And then if I do chat, it will also open it in a window where I can move it around. Remember, this only happens when you're in full screen mode on the Chromebook. So it just depends on how you'd like it. If you like it attached to the app, or, it depends on what you're using. I hope this is helpful. Thank you.